In this video, I'm quickly going to walk you through how to create a list of contacts who have ever been touched by paid social or paid search. So even if their original source wasn't paid and their current latest source isn't paid, and in fact they were touched in between, I'll show you how to build that list. Now it's pretty easy, and when you see it, you'll be like, oh yep, okay, no worries. But this was actually one of the big aha moments from people that watched the latest episode of HubShots, so I thought it was just worth calling out individually. So I've created a new contact list. I'm going to add a filter, contact property here. I am going to choose latest source. Let me find it there, latest traffic source. There we go. And by default it'd be is any of, and you might say is any of paid search, etc. But that would actually only find contacts where it's currently paid search or paid social. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to say has ever been any of. This is the one to choose. And at this point, maybe that's all you need to see. You can leave the video because that's all you needed to know. Just a reminder, you've probably seen it before and then, oh yeah, I forgot about using that. So what do? We just go paid search or paid social. Now, you can also do this for deal lists, but it's slightly limited compared to contacts. I'll show you that in a second. So then we can start and it'll start building it. I've already prepared one earlier. Here we go. Contacts touched by paid channels. And here's the list. So you can see sometimes the latest traffic source is organic, social, original. But what about if we scroll down and look at this? Original source, offline sources, latest source, email marketing. So from looking at that, you might say, oh, well, how do we know they were paid? Well, at some point, that latest traffic source was actually paid. We could go look through the history of that property and find out when. But this is the value of it, showing all the contacts that have been touched by paid channels. All right, let's jump over to deals. Very similar. Here's one I've prepared earlier. Let me just show you the caveat though. Edit filters for that. Again, latest source, but there's no option to say has ever contained any of, and in fact it has ever been equal to all of. So what that means is you can only really choose one at a time, because if I said has been equal to both paid social and paid search, for example, probably limit it down because they'd have to have had both. So in deals, you actually have to create two lists, one for paid social, one for paid search, and then you might actually do a list of lists there. Anyway, still possible in deals, but not as flexible as it is with contacts, where you can just say has ever been any of either of them. Hope that's helpful. I'll see you in the next one.